side. Welcome back, everyone, to Bloodlords. In our last session... fuck you, I'm gonna restart. In our last session, our wonderful group of nascent Bloodlords made their way down to the docks of Mekatar, Awesome Harbor, as a group, in order to track down this shipment of drugs and alcohol being brought in for Jackal's Feast of Starved sect of Urgathawa. Of course, you pretty quickly found what was going on due to the contact you had made over at the Export Guild headquarters. However, decided to mostly hang back and watch. Kashmi continuing to indoctrinate children into her anti-anyone-she-hates propaganda, while Aranth and Mahari kept a lookout. Most importantly, though, was Amira, making use of her ability to create magical disguises, hiding herself as one of the dock workers, and actively going closer to Jackal, potentially to speak with him, to get a closer look at what was being offloaded from the ships and vanishing, seemingly being made invisible and taken away by wraiths. As Samitu also stood nearby and watched the goings-ons. As the last of the shipments came off the ship, Amira ended up speaking with Jackal, trying to play herself off as a member of the Export Guild, but unfortunately, more than anything, just not quite having the exact knowledge of how the Export Guild directly operates and does things, and thus giving away that she very clearly was not who she said she was. Thankfully, her prowess was strong enough right now, the relic set powerful enough, that Jackal and Samitu were not immediately able to see through the illusions and detect who she really was. However, it was still quite dangerous. They knew Amira to be an enemy, very likely, and Samitu did end up realizing that something was amiss, managing to finally see through the illusory disguise and recognize Amira for who she was. He pulled out that scroll from his staff once more, that you do not know exactly what it is, but is certainly off-putting. But he decided not to use it, instead casting a few far more normal, if not quite potent curses, mentally, effectively chopping Amira's mind in half, creating a dividing wall that made it that much harder for her to think quickly on her feet, which was extremely dangerous when Jackal caused the bodies of a few of the dock workers to swell like balloons, turning into zombie-like undead with necrotic pustules filled with disease that he unleashed upon you. Thankfully, Amira managing to retreat safely thanks to Kashmi's draconic form, and Mahari and Aranth moving up as quickly as possible to join the fray, ending up in a pretty bloody foot, that left a few of you decently injured when all was said and done, with Jackal having teleported away, Samitu walking through the air elsewhere into the city and vanishing, and the shipments for the Feast of the Starved completely gone at this point. That is where we are picking back up today. It is mid-afternoon. There is a large commotion going on surrounding you all right now due to what just went down. But Simitu and Jackal are both gone. The shipments are gone, and you were unfortunately unable to get a direct look into them. However, you do still have the plan you tentatively created last session, which was to use your standing as nascent bloodlords and publicly challenge Jackal to a fight in the Deathless Arena. Something that could become a grand spectacle and give you a very public way to begin your revenge on those who have wronged you over time. But before we can get to that, I would like to know what you guys are doing right now. Ranth still stands injured. You have just managed to free Amira from the curses Simitu placed upon her. Kajmi has made a binding vow to see Jackal suffer for what he has done, or I believe it was actually Simitu. What's the plan? There's still a bit of panic around you guys. People are trying to calm it down. Go ahead, Kashmi.
I'm sorry, Rant. I know I said something really mean to you last time, but I can't remember what I said.
I think you called her ugly again.
Called me, yeah, like twice.
I remember. Okay, so I'm going to come over to a Rant, and I'm going to make biscuits on her and tell her I'm sorry, I don't really think she's that hideous.
I think we need a counter for in this campaign for the number of times Kashmi has effectively called Aranth hideous and then apologized and said, I don't really mean it. I kind of mean it. Directly afterwards.
Where's the party notes?
I don't know. We need a running counter for that.
So I will heal Aranth with my biscuits. They'll be forceful biscuits because, I mean, I'm still Kashmi, but...
What is this?
Biscuits.
I don't get it.
They do the thing where they make the biscuits. I don't know. They do the thing. I only had it one time ever, and he did this thing, and they made biscuits.
It's a kitty thing.
Is it a kitty thing?
It's a kitty thing. No, it's a kitty thing.
Bitch, that's why you are my ride
I have a cat. That's why.
Real tabletop RPG hours where one person is talking about something and no one else knows what they're talking about.
What? No, I know exactly what she's talking about.
Well, I'm sorry. Two of us didn't know what was being spoken about.
It's a skill issue.
You gotta remember,
I'm a cat.
Dog, so I don't get it.
You're not a dog.
I make biscuits.
Hyenas are technically part of the feline family.
You better slow your roll. He is my dog.
I'm just saying.
He grew a tail, for fuck's sake. He is my dog.
What? Cats have tails too!
Well, hyenas don't. And not dog tails. He is my dog.
I have no clue what's going on right now. TBH.
Amira, you're finally sort of getting your senses back, recompartmentalizing your thoughts and sort of what just happened. That schism healed from Mahari's magic. So they're arguing once more.
Just a typical Tuesday and get in Mechantar.
Right. Which is hilarious because it's Sunday. But
Sunday fun day?
Today was fun for you guys. Kashmi is still completely exhausted considering she stayed up all night last night in the Cinerarium's treasury.
I forgot I did that.
I didn't. But Kashmi has just gone and apologized to Aranth. Amira, you are recentering yourself. Mahari, you have just healed everyone. There's still a lot of commotion going on around you guys on the waterfront. You have the corpses of these two massive undead with you. Jackal and Simitu have vanished. What are we thinking?
Amira is going to try to find an expert guild official.
Yeah.
And just try to explain the situation to them.
Yeah, there are numerous of them around who are actively going to working with other ships and their manifestos. A few of them have already made their way over here. Some of them are speaking with the few crew members that were not changed, actually the many who are not changed. One or two of them are like poking and prodding at this body. And there's actually one of them that's been sort of standing respectfully off to the side, waiting for you guys to finish up before approaching to speak with you. As you stand up, Amira, and start looking around, they will actually step forward. And they are actually a member of the Quick, a quite old-looking elven male, long silver hair, quite relatively utilitarian robes. At this point, has a ledger in arm with a quill in the other hand.
Ariane starts crying because it reminds her of her dad. No,
Trauma.
Really, she doesn't actually start crying.
It's just that easy, folks. Excuse me. From reports we've heard, you were involved in the incident here. Might I get your identities, please?
Amira will go ahead and, give their real names. No reason to give false names here. Especially since they want the expert guild to appreciate them for stopping this menace.
You mention your standing.
Do we need to?
Yeah. Who the fuck do you think Aranth is?
Yeah, I honestly,
Fair.
I do think so. Just so that they can report back to the expert guild, like, hey, these nascent bloodlords, helped us out.
My apologies, my lords. Thank you for taking care of this incident. We are currently looking to assess the damages, of course, but there should be no reparations required from your personal coffers for the damages caused.
No, of course not. I do want to inform you fully as to the individuals that were responsible for this, of course.
Indeed. He
So that the
flips
expert
open
guild
his book and gets his quill ready.
Yeah, and Amira will explain about how, I guess the question, Mahari, how do you feel about Amira letting them know Jackal was behind this?
Oh, Mahari is all for this idea. He nods his head. Just throw him under the bus.
Yeah, in that case, then, Amira will explain how, Jackal was handling the unloading, and, since it was Mahari's father, we went to try to go see him, and then he, turned these sailors into these monstrosities that started causing the damage. Amira makes sure to emphasize that no hostility was made against Jackal or Samitu before hostilities broke out.
Indeed, I see. Well, thank you for your time and information. We will, of course, be conducting our own follow-up investigation into the matters here. Where can we contact you if we do have any further inquiries that need to be made, or reparations to pay directly to you, my lords?
Amira will mention, Bloodlord Lady's name? Shadow Lady?
Delkira of Ethis?
Yeah, Delkira. Amira will say, we're currently staying with Bloodlord of Ethis.
Do you specify you're staying at her summer manor, or are you just leaving it as you're staying with her?
Summer Manor.
Okay, just wanted to confirm.
Amira will give the exact address.
Perfect. Because she has effectively given you her summer home that you've been staying at for the last 2 years. So if you just said you were staying with her, they probably would have ended up reaching out to the wrong location. But this process probably takes an hour and a half time. They're not particularly quick with their questioning, and they really do let you just speak to your heart's content on what happened. We love Geb, where timeline does not matter to anyone. We have all the time in the world. Who needs to rush through these procedures? So it's a bit after 5 p.m. probably that by the time you guys all finish up this actual conversation and this individual snaps the ledger closed. Thank you for your time and your assistance in this matter, your lordships.
Do you want the corpses in the water, or will you dispose of them some other way?
We will take care of all of the damage, including the bodies. Unless, of course, they were your destruction. You have first rights to the bodies. If you would like to do
Gross.
anything with them, you are more than welcome to.
We don't do that anymore.
Yeah. I mean, does it look like there's any resources or materials to be reclaimed?
Research value at best.
Actually,
Oh, God.
before Mahari says to destroy them, he'll look to Aranth. Aranth, any value in researching these disgusting freaks?
No. My coven wouldn't give a shit about this. They have more pressing matters to attend to.
Understood. Amira, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just gonna ask above table, like, probably can't carry them anyway, so yeah, just destroying them.
Be a
sounds
challenge,
good.
yeah.
Now, Jericho, these creatures were just normal, quick sailors before Jackal turned them.
Correct, yeah. Jackal had put a hand on their shoulder and pierced his thumb through their neck, and that was what seemed to cause this transformation.
Got it. Excuse me.
You've heard about people with a green thumb before. Jackal's got a poison thumb.
Yeah, Jackal.
yeah.
Jackal about to have no thumb.
The Export Guild will begin taking care of the bodies. They've already done some work cleaning up the rest of the scene. More Export Guild members have sort of swarmed this area, but it's also being like very condensed to the side of the actual dock because there are a number of other vessels that are docked here that are being loaded and unloaded, and they're not stopping all of the work just to take care of this. So you're sort of like being crowded up to the water's edge. But at this point, you guys are free to go and do what you would like for the rest of the afternoon and evening.
Okay. As we make our way out of the docks, Jericho, does anybody like seem to pay attention to us more than like passing? Oh, look at this band of misfits.
Give me a perception check.
How quaint.
Alrighty. Taking a quick look around. Like, there's definitely people gawking, of course. But you don't notice anything beyond that. There's no one seemingly paying especially close attention to you, super focused on you guys, your countenance, any weapons you might be holding, anything like that. There's just your general passerby that are trying to figure out what's going on in the situation, seeing you walk away from it. There's certainly people that are like, oh, who are those people? And they're walking away scot-free quite early from an Export Guild investigation. Something's got to be up with them.
Okay. As we walk, Mahari will turn to Amira. Amira, how does one issue a challenge in the Deathless Arena? Like, is there a protocol you have to follow, or do you just get in their face and challenge them?
Would Amira know this off the top of her head?
Give me a recall knowledge.
Okay.
Hey, you guys have dice. I'm going to make you roll them. It's a low DC for this, which is hilarious considering you rolled insanely high. Easy to know for you, Amir. You've probably seen, at the very least, proxy fights before. It's infrequent that
Yeah.
when bloodlords are challenged, they themselves will directly fight. Most
Yeah.
consider it beneath them. Only of the few, like, battle junkie bloodlords would actually be like, yeah, let's go fight. I'm gonna either kill you or die trying. Issuing a challenge in the Deathless Arena is pretty simple. You can simply use public perception and challenge someone. However, the higher the standing, the harder it is to get them to actually sway public perception and convince them to join. It's going to be a pretty decently high DC performance check to do so. There are other ways. If you had, like, dirt on them, you could certainly promote a challenge in that way. I'd say on your recall knowledge roll, you would know the most commonly accepted Bloodlord fights are when there is something of high importance being bet by both sides. Artifacts, information, allegiances, things like that are what are most likely going to catch attention and cause the public to be a lot more interested in a battle. And that would then become more like deception, diplomacy, intimidation checks. This would be a downtime activity that other people could aid on as well.
How often are fights in the Deathless Arena to the true death, to like complete annihilation of one of the fighters?
It really depends, because the Deathless Arena has fights going on constantly. But those always are more spectacle than anything else, and can very frequently be to the death. The fights between important figures will also typically be to the death because they're fighting with proxies rather than fighting themselves most frequently. However, that would simply be something you set as a condition of the fight. We're fighting, you're fighting yourself, and it is to the death. There is no yielding or stopping early. Anyone who steps in the arena is not allowed to leave until either all of their opponents are dead or they are dead.
So, could Mahari challenge Jackal? You know, I bring my companions, he brings his,
Yeah.
but the fight ends when either Jackal or Mahari is destroyed. So, like, if Mahari is destroyed, Jackal wins, but my companions get to leave.
Typically, it's one side to the death.
Okay.
If you were going to do it till only one person dies, you'd do a solo challenge. Please don't do a solo challenge.
I'm
He's not balanced to be fought solo.
I figured. But Mahari's very conscious that he's asking Kashmir, Aranth, and Amira to, hey, can you please put your immortality and life on the line so that I can kill my own father? I mean, this will get us one step closer to the Divinity Leech, but, you know...
Look, any enemy of yours, Mahari, is an enemy of mine. It's fine.
Thank you, Amira. Aranth, how do you feel about this?
Do what you must, I suppose.
And, Kashmir, is it safe to assume you want him dead just as much as me?
Fuck that guy. Fuck him right in his face. I'll kill him.
So... Jericho, with Amira's role that she did for Recall Knowledge, would she get, like, how often does someone just go to somebody else wherever they are and be like, I challenge you to the death in the Deathless Arena.
Typically, these sorts of challenges would be very public things.
Okay, so you'd need to drum up support for it, and
You would
basically
start
you would need to-
announcing and promoting the fight, who you're challenging, what the stakes are. It'd all be very public, which is why performance is the typical skill used to challenge someone to a fight. There are occasionally challenges that happen behind closed doors, and then it is announced to the public that there's going to be a fight. But the ones that garner the most interest, at least, are the ones that are initially announced publicly. It also makes it much easier to get the actual fight to occur if there's a bunch of public interest in it. It's harder for the challenger to say no, or challenged to say no.
Got it.
So, what do we want to do tonight? You guys probably don't have enough time to begin promoting the challenge now because it's already pretty late in the afternoon. Kashmi's on the verge of passing out, probably.
I'm tired.
So, what would you guys like to do for the rest of this evening, at the least?
You guys just want to head back to Lord Vethus's estate, her summer home, and rest, come up with a plan, and then on the morrow put it into action?
Do we have any idea where? Oh, no, that's right. I pointed questioning Jackal, and Jackal said the crates were headed to the temple.
Yeah.
Phenomena.
Yeah, we're kind of. I think we're low on. Not too low on spellcasting resources. Did we want to go try to check out the temple tonight?
I'm tired. I can just send my littles. They can tell me what's going on. Cause like,
Send the orphans.
Chop chop orphans, go, yes.
speaking of which, am I still fatigued? How long am I fatigued? I don't
Until
wanna
you
be
take a long
fatigued.
rest. Until you actually sleep,
Yeah.
you will be exhausted. That's what you get for staying up all night.
Can I just put the planar palace in front of the church and then they can watch and I can nap?
Your planar palace right now is linked to Pierre's, because that's where you cast it earlier.
Fuck, I
So that's
forgot.
where
Okay.
it'll last until tomorrow.
Okay, fine. I will go wherever you guys go, but let me tell you, like,
She tired.
Kashmi's fallen asleep at the wheel.
correct.
Kashmi, do you want to ride on my shoulder so that way you don't have to walk?
Literally, when you started Kashmi, she is like literally leaping up. Fuck
And
yes,
then,
she
like,
does.
Mahari will like keep a hand on your lap to make sure you don't go anywhere.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, where are we going? Are we going back to Vethus's? Are we going to Pierre's, where the planar palace is? Are we going to the cathedral?
Amira would like to go to the cathedral, but she's not going to go if nobody else feels like going.
Mahari would like to go back to the summer home.
Okay.
Rest up.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, Arianth wanted to, she wanted to go back to the cathedral anyways. So she'd probably go with Amira.
Okay. Yeah, I'm up for going with Aranth to the cathedral. Obviously, when it's just the two of us, we'll have to try and be careful, but...
Oh well, Mahari hears that. He looks up at Kashmi. We can't split up. Not right now. Just hold on.
Amira will pull out Kashmi's favorite juice box and hand it to her.
You guys absolutely can split up. What is this sacrilege?
We
You
know what
guys-
this sacrilege is.
What happened last time? We split up Jericho. I'm sure it went super
Nothing
well, right?
bad.
Drink the
Well-
water, you said.
Well,
Yeah.
a game of telephone happened.
You guys chose not to drink the
That did
water, and
happen.
shit went wrong.
Yeah, but there was no way we could have known that we needed to drink the water so shit didn't go wrong.
Incorrect. Because you tried to meta-knowledge me in the first place that, oh, you shouldn't drink the water because I'm telling you to drink it. That's just your fault for not trusting me.
Ay,
Oh,
caramba.
okay. All right, let's head to the cathedral.
Okay. Fantastic. Back to Mekatar we go. As you guys begin heading up from the awesome harbor, dock number 4, way to the top of the city, the northern end, sort of taking a route back to Thanathotmos, where the Builders League is headquartered, and then continuing a bit further beyond that towards the Cathedral of the Epiphenomena, which is a massive structure. It's kind of a dual structure. Also, it is a beautiful open plaza, the largest open space in the city aside from just sort of the island directly around the Cinerarium, with 2 different stepped pyramids on either side of it, and a massive statue gracing the front entrance right around here. There is a deep pool of blood in a square pool, within which stands about a 80-foot tall statue of Ergothoa, a blood-coated skeleton from the waist down, and a beautiful humanoid figure from the torso up, wielding a massive scythe. The Western Temple is a sort of blackstone ziggurat. That is the main worship area, the main temple, with steps winding up the outside such that people can climb, while the Eastern Pyramid is almost like someone had started unwrapping a pyramid, peeling it sort of in a curling layer away, such that the top of it is much thinner than it should be based off of the dimensions of the base, which is, of course, much more where the private chambers and the offices and some of the smaller worship halls of the different sects all live. There are hundreds of people milling about, coming and going from the westernmost temple, a few climbing the eastern one. You see a number of guards in different places as well, all keeping an eye on things. As you enter this plaza, what are you doing?
I
I'm
mean,
writing on Mahari.
Thank you. Important
You're
info.
I guess first thing is Amira would like to look and I mean the chances for like straight up seeing the wraiths are pretty low, but she'll go and take a look just in case.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Jericho, could I make a check? So the big black pyramid to the left is, hey, Big Mama of Undeath worship over here. The one to the right is, hey, we're like the specific people who are like cooler than everybody else. To the right.
Yeah, this is where the left is very much the center of worship. Right is living spaces and offices. The rightmost pyramid is also where the celebrants are headquartered, which is why there's, even though it is more offices and living spaces, there's a steady stream of people entering and leaving it.
Okay, when I entered the Epiphenomena way back when I was still under Necressa's patronage,
Western.
when I entered into it, when you walk in, is it like a real world cathedral, or like it's just massive open space and at the far end is like the altar?
No. It's actually very labyrinthine inside, because inside is where there are the individual sects, sort of worship halls. Typical services for the church are actually held in the plaza outside. So actual worship with the public involved happens outside, and then inside would be where specific sects have their own sort of private, some open to the public, some private worship areas. The largest one there is, of course, Renella's. Renella Brennan, the leader of the church and head of the Celebrances, sort of main sect, has a quite large hall within. Kim, what are you rolling over there?
Nothing. See?
Mm-hmm. Amira, you don't see... Like, you see some wraiths, but very clearly just like normal citizens. You don't see any of the wraiths from earlier.
I guess as an alternative question, do I see, like, a loading bay somewhere where deliveries would be dropped off?
Mm-mm. It's also been quite some time since the deliveries left the harbor because of how long you were held up there, so the chances of seeing them at this point is pretty small.
Aranth, why did you want to come here?
She wanted to go there because of the, oh my god.
The Shadow Ash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And try to catch one of those shipments.
They've
And see
probably
who was handing it.
likely already been taken in at this point.
Damn it.
Do we want... Amira has an idea. She wants to accost some, like, random Celebrants member and just ask them, like, where the deliveries go.
Sure.
Not like just straight up being like, where did they take the horrible thing, blah 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 blah. Just like, hey, so yeah, where do you guys usually like take deliveries to the cathedral?
Yeah, you grab like some low-ranking Celebrants member, some recently turned zombie, much of their skin's still undecayed at this point. Grab them by the arm, make sure you don't pull too hard so the arm pops off, and just sort of spin them around. Individual deliveries can get taken all sorts of places. If it's
mass delivery.
A sect delivery or individual delivery?
A delivery for a sect.
Be taken into the Western Temple to where that sect lies. There are hidden entrances into the cathedral, of course, specifically for deliveries. We wouldn't take the main entrance for any such.
Jackal's sect is an official sect, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then it's the Feast of what?
Feast of Starved.
Yeah. Well, in that case, where is the Feast of Stars office in the Western Cathedral?
Uh-oh, he's rolling dice.
You watch this guy's face immediately drop from like surprise and mild panic to complete disgust.
I know. Just if you have that information, we need it.
I don't know where they are. Now, if you'll please unhand me, I have work to do.
Can I do a quick sense motive?
Sure.
I also, of course, have lie to me.
Yep.
I have.
He's not lying to you in any way.
Charming. Excuse me.
There's a very clear disdain in this person's voice when you mention the Feast of Starved, and you're pretty clear he immediately interpreted it as you either had dealings with them or were members or wanted to be members, and he just doesn't want anything to do with you anymore because of that.
Okay. How about now? slow down.
I just want to
listen,
make sure you are comfortable very clearly publicly casting a spell on someone.
I
On a
think
member of this
charm-
faction.
Okay, hold on, because I
Charm
think
is not
charm
subtle.
is. Okay, that's weird because it says in critical in success the target is unaffected but thinks it was like. That's so weird. Never mind. I guess not.
Charm does have the subtle trait.
In
Player
Yeah,
4,
in-
page 20,
yeah,
it has the subtle
in-
trait.
in remaster, charm has the subtle trait.
Okay. I will go ahead and give this low-ranking person a will save.
Yeah, let me bring in the new charm because I guess I still have the charm from
Yes, that would be likely the case from pre-remaster. If this is a regular sort of. Okay. You cast this spell on the individual. It very clearly takes hold of them. Their expression softens towards you. It does not change their hostility, seemingly, towards the sect, though.
Yeah. I think Amira will just. So, what's up with the Feast of the Starved? Like, we're not members or anything, and we're not looking to do deals with them. But, does everybody else here in the Celebrants hate the Feast of the Starved too?
They are a blight on our mistress's teachings. Their presence is not welcome here by many.
I agree. Fucking gross.
So, would you say that pretty much everybody else in the cathedral, do they have any allies? Or maybe, somebody who really hates them?
They have backers in positions of power.
Do it. Well, anything else you can tell me about those about those Feasts of the Starved? Anything that somebody who doesn't like them might be able to use against them? I know he's like a low-ranking floozy. I'm not expecting too much, but
what I'm trying to determine right now. You have made him helpful because of the spell, but at the same time, he is still a member of the Celebrants, and you are effectively asking for the weaknesses of, while they might not like it, still effectively a member of the organization the Celebrants is built on.
Then what Amira will go for instead is she'll say, we've been hearing a lot about the Feast of the Starved too, and I think you're right. It would be much better if the Feast of the Starved wasn't a part of the Celebrants anymore. They're giving the Urgathoan faith a bad name. They're giving the Celebrants as a faction a bad name.
He's thinking.
I'm sorry, I don't have a habit of sharing information on our faction's inner workings with outsiders.
That's entirely fair. I totally understand.
Now, if you will please excuse me, I do have work I must attend to, and quite frankly, I can feel my arm tearing from the socket right now.
Sorry.
I'd like to keep it in one piece.
Sorry. Yes, sorry.
Thank you. Most kind.
But yeah, once he leaves, Amira will turn and say, well, at the very least, we know that most of the rest of the Urgathoans, most of the rest of the Celebrants don't really like him. Suppose that's a good start.
Yes, it should be that much easier to drum up the support we need. Not necessarily amongst them, but amongst everybody else. And if they're as hated as he said, this would be the best excuse they could get to at least begin to dismantle them.
Well, anything else you guys would like to try and do here?
Nothing from Mahari.
That's all
Cash
Amira
is
can
gonna
do.
put her arm like over Mahari's like head and like just nuzzle right in, and she's taking a nap. I did that. I
Kashmir's
Fair.
just had it. She's just
Kashmi
done.
is asleep
Yeah,
at this point.
cat nap.
36 hours awake would do that.
Even to an undead.
Right. Fantastic. Amira, Aranth, anything either of the two of you would like to try and accomplish here still?
Nope.
Okay. Then where are we off to now?
Not at the moment.
I believe now we're gonna, provided everyone agrees, now we're gonna go to the summer home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our base of operations.
All right. You guys make your way back to Bloodlord Vethis' mansion. She is not present at the moment. She very likely has business or something else to attend to. Or maybe her weird hobbies, who knows. And you guys are welcome to either just head to sleep, or if there are any last things anyone would like to do before heading to sleep, you guys are certainly welcome to. You do have sort of the whole evening if there's any small things anyone would particularly like to do. See Academy shaking her head. It looks like she's just going straight to bed.
Yeah, Mahari. Kashmi, do you sleep with Amira in a shared bedroom, or do you have your own bedroom now?
She's my wife. What kind of freaks do you think we are?
The ones that were on
Well, I mean-
really bad terms for a hot minute.
Oh, even when I was mad at her, we still slept in the same room.
Oh.
All right, well then Mahari will, once they get inside the mansion, he'll go to their shared room and lay Kashmi in the bed and put the covers over her.
Amira will give Mahari a smile and say, "Thanks, Mahari," and then give him some scrunchions.
His tail begins
Because
to
he's a
thump.
good innocent boy. I'm sleeping, but also from my heart.
Once he's completed his task, he will leave, close the door behind him. Aranth, have you, once we got in, did you just immediately beeline it for your room, or did you mill about for a little bit?
I think Aranth would probably go to her room first.
Go to your
She
room.
probably would want to maybe talk to her dad in the pocket dimension for a little while.
Okay. Now, Jericho, Draven's Dimension. It's once Aranth sets the chalice up, it's not like Mahari can just walk into it, right?
Oh, you could. Once it's been set up, it is wholly accessible until the chalice is shut down.
Okay. But if Aranth's in that pocket dimension and I knock on her bedroom door, she ain't gonna hear me, is she?
No.
No.
So he'll knock on her door, and when he gets no response, he'll be like, you know what? She needs her me time. I'm just going to go down to the kitchens.
Fair
And
enough.
if Kashmi wakes up at any point and decides she wants to just like phase through the door, she'll probably get transported into that pocket
She
dimension.
just phases
complete
into an
accident.
entire other reality.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No.
Mahari's
But-
basically doing stress cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, she has accepted her fate that she does not have privacy around Kashmir, so
No one does.
no.
Yeah.
Much to the trauma of many.
What's privacy?
Yes, what is
Uh,
privacy?
Fantastic. Is there anything, Aranth, in particular you wanted to speak with Draven about. He is, of course, there in the Void Garden still, simply relaxing, enjoying the fountain, tending to the flowers probably when you walk in.
You already know that she's gonna be like, you will not fucking believe what happened since the last time I saw you.
Can't have been that long.
Ugh. Well, some psychopaths are concocting some shit that is called Shadow Ash. She tells them pretty much everything about Shadow Ash
Yeah.
and what it does and what it's capable of doing.
He has a look of... actually, go ahead and give me a sense motive check, Aranth, real quick.
Ruh-roh. Pappy.
Reggie?
Oh, they changed. Did they change the basic action mech?
They did. It works now,
That's
thankfully.
different. Amazing.
But the UI is a bit different. Damn you guys and your natural 19s. Knock it off.
Yeehaw.
You notice, like, there's interest and concern, of course, on his face. Like any doting father would when his daughter comes to him and says, "Hey, I found out a conspiracy to make something that could very easily kill me." He's, of course, very concerned about that. But at the same time, there is a hint of recognition in his eyes. It is the concern of someone who might know to some extent what was going on, but did not believe it would ever actually happen. And now he's being told, yeah, that shit actually happened. And he's going, oh, fuck. Those mad lads did it. That's not good. But he is very clearly trying to hide that from you. But you are perceptive enough to notice it.
Don't tell me that you knew that they were trying to create this. Not that you would have told me straight away, because you probably thought that it didn't work, but, you know.
I know, of course, very little of what goes on outside of my garden, which is why I'm grateful that I have people who can actually come talk to me these days. The people I was friends with growing up, namely Rybit, after he concocted the whole plan to have the death dragon Aufgeben be eradicated and permanently killed. How much do you know about the dragon Aufgeben, Aranth? I believe your friend Kashmir is... Well, I know Kashmir is connected, but I don't know how much Kashmir has actually told you.
Well, to be honest, every time he's mentioned, she kind of has a pseudo-mental breakdown, so I haven't really asked.
I'll give her, honestly, completely fair in her case. They really were extremely close.
So I haven't really bothered asking.
There's not too much, but at the end of the day, what matters was that Aufgeben was perhaps one of the most powerful and ancient beings in existence. Lived for millennia, and their breath carried with it the very properties of death. Conceptual, true death. Anything hit by it would simply cease to exist. The disintegration spell, I believe that's something you are more than capable of learning these days, was magic created by Geb to replicate that breath in a way. But of course, while the disintegration spell leaves only ash behind of those it obliterates, Alfgeben's breath would truly leave nothing. It would simply erase what it hit from existence, mortal or god.
Damn.
Does this shadow ash not strike you at all similar to how that breath works?
Well, it does. And, well, it also, I fear, is a main catalyst in the beginnings of, I'm assuming here, it may be a staged war between Nex and Geb in the future. When we came back from our imprisonment, we had come to find our home in Grey Dirge completely obliterated and covered in what can only, in my eyes now, seeing Shadow Ash, I fear it destroyed Grey Dirge in our time.
Would not be the first time war broke out between Nex and Geb because of Alfgeben.
Well, I fear this time, in our current timeline, it was very deliberate. Of course, suffice to say, the Nexians and Gebites, we hate each other for whatever reason. But
Who
this
did you
now,
say was behind this Shadow Ash's creation?
I know that Jackal helps distribute it. Do we know above table? I forgot.
From what you're aware, Jackal's Feast of Starve sect are the ones actually creating it right now.
Oh, okay.
They're the
then
ones trying to perfect it because, of course, the formula is not perfect quite yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they are the ones that are actively spearheading that.
Okay, yeah, then Jackal and his Feast of Starved are the ones that are mass producing it and distributing it into Mekata. I have a hunch that the celebrants are hoarding it somewhere inside the cathedral. They wouldn't tell us, of course, but, you know, where would they?
This is at the very least concerning. You're taking care of yourself, right?
Of course. I
Okay.
mostly am here to ponder. And with your infinite knowledge. Oh, I don't know if we told you that we were named Nascent Bloodlords finally, so.
That's my girl. And he will just walk over and give you a hug.
Oh, shut!
Such a proud father.
And some fuckwits were trying to jimmy us around a little bit in terms of housing, so I invoked your name a little bit. And we are on our way to getting a mention of sorts.
Oh, well.
Apparently, you and Geb clearly have history.
We were some time ago friends. Not too,
Does he know you're still alive?
He knew I was alive at one point.
Oh.
It's been some time since well, the last time I spoke with him was when I left Geb for Kionin.
Around the kind, there's like a light bulb moment of sorts, lighting up.
Ding!
Oh. Noted. Well, we did, of course, meet him. He didn't recognize me. I don't imagine he would.
I imagine if your entire group that went there together, he had a more pressing individual
Yes.
in mind. But
Do you think if he were to... He has a nation to run, political schemes to, thwart. Do you think if he were to come here, we could devise a plan to stop this Shadow Ash in his tracks?
if there's one thing I've learned about Geb since he came to power and Aufgeben was destroyed,
What if he isn't destroyed? It's like, what a strange thing to say.
that would be impossible.
I mean, think about it, right? Theorizing here, think about it. This Shadow Ash was made to replicate his breath from ages past, and his soul was alive in Kashmir's imaginary friend, quote unquote, Solomon. That's why he almost tried to kill you.
Oh.
I can't believe that Nick stole the GM's notes.
Yeah, come on. Solomon, who's that?
Solomon? What's Solomon?
I mean, it's possible. Some
Alf-
very slim possibility.
As he once existed, Aufgeben is dead. Long, long dead.
But pieces of him.
Pieces
Are
of
still
him,
alive.
certainly. There's someone out there that is actively collecting them.
Right, and if they're actively collecting him, the only thing that they would realistically be needing is his soul to be able to place from one vessel to another. And if that happens, the Shadow Ash situation could get so much worse.
They aren't after his soul. That's the one thing they don't want. They want his
Why not?
body and his power, not his sentience and mind.
That would be the one thing I would be after. If I was to replicate something that could very well demolish.
Why do you think they had him killed in the first place?
His soul is rotting away in some fucking freak of nature, demolishing things in the deathless arena.
No,
It seems
Solomon's
like a
out in the
waste.
forest still. You guys left him there.
Oh
Ace.
fuck, man, that's even worse.
he got
No.
lost in the Axan wood, and when you guys all got together, he
That's
said,
even
"Fuck him."
worse. That's
Oh,
even
so-
worse.
So in other words, he's the plaything of some Fey queen now.
Probably.
As he wanted. As he wanted.
Right,
Fair enough.
as
Fair
he
enough.
always wanted. Damn, how come he got the happy ending before you guys all did?
Right? Fuck, man.
Hey, Jericho. I don't know if that's the happy ending everyone who hears this thinks. Like, Fae aren't those super good fairies y'all see in books.
It
and
might be
cartoons.
happy for him. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
We don't kink shame here.
Yes, we do.
we don't kink shame, we kink judge. All right, there's a difference.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. Facts.
His
But Aranth, she has this sinking feeling in the pit of her stomach that Aufgeben could probably be being used as a catalyst somewhere.
That's certainly a possibility.
Just watching Kim piss herself over there.
I'm asleep.
Me when Kashmi sleepwalks into a rant's room for the umpteenth time and wakes up to this conversation.
She's
Could you
like, what if he
imagine?
wasn't? The fuck?
Yeah.
The plan, as far as I was always aware, was to reconstitute a lifeless, controllable puppet.
What if someone has?
Well,
And that's why this shadow ash is being created at all.
we're all
It-
fucked
it could-
7 ways sideways then.
It could kickstart this war that is being staged, and I can't prove that it's being staged in our time, but it very well could be. And this shadow ash, it is what I saw in Grey Dirge. What we all saw. It's toxic. It's made Grey Dirge effectively unlivable. Like an arcane bomb went off, and all that was left was a shadow ash.
Well, then something would need to be done about it.
Right. And if we'd have to prove that this is enough of a big importance for Geb to stop in its tracks before it even happened. This is pivotal. It could change the very trajectory of the next 500 years.
When was the last time Aranth cared so much about something like this?
Never.
That's a good point.
And how much does it
totally
show
don't
on her
remember.
face?
Like, well, there's certainly a. I think the last time, at least, Draven probably would have seen a determination like this would be when she was a girl just trying to learn magic, and when the occult kind of sparked her interest, and that's when she started being ravenous in her ventures to become a witch and learn about the machinations between life, death, and all the dark magic that followed.
Yeah.
So probably, I don't know, like at least 550 years ago.
I don't think he has much more comfort or ideas that he can provide to you at this point in time. He seems pretty confident that Geb himself is very unlikely to act. And this will likely be left in your hands and the hands of anyone else you can convince this is important enough to have to do something about. And that is not because Geb does not care, but because he has his hands full already.
And because they don't really have too much concrete proof that this is actually a thing, except for their knowledge of the future 500 years from now.
Right.
It
200
would be
years
kind
from
of
now.
200. Okay, well, it's just, I don't know, but Iranth, you know that meme about the National Geographic dude that's the aliens one where he like tussles his hair? That's like Iranth right now. Yeah, like that's Iranth right now, like theory crafting.
Alfgebin.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Draven will be happy for you to spend as long conspiracy theorizing with him as you would like.
Wonderful.
But we will pivot away from that. We've got Kashmi sleeping, Aranth conspiracy theorizing, Mahari stress cooking a bit. Amira, was there anything else you would like to do before going to bed tonight?
Ooh. Okay. For a moment, I was going to say that Amira wanted to go to the cathedral and do some staking out, but then she remembered that Samitu's out there somewhere, and she does not intend to be out on the streets alone until
You don't
Samitu's
wanna go walk alone into
No.
Mekatar
No,
and see what happens.
I really don't.
Damn it. Damn it.
Nothing will go wrong, I promise.
Okay. Anyways, I think in that case, Amira will. I don't think she can do anything right now. Like, I guess maybe if Lord Vethis has like records on hand about the celebrants, she would start reading into those just to get a better understanding of the celebrants as a faction.
Yeah, you
Like,
can do a bit of light reading on them. Lord Vethis doesn't really have anything here that's outside
yeah,
of general public
yeah,
knowledge.
yeah, yeah. Like,
Um,
I'm not expecting like secret details about the celebrants. Just like, you know.
Oh, she's probably got those just in her private office. But Jericho, after
yes.
about 3 hours of Mahari stress cooking, he's gonna, he's got the pot here, he's got the meat popcorn over here. He's gonna go back upstairs because I'm assuming the kitchen is downstairs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is Amira like out in the open where I can see her?
Yeah, she's probably like in, knowing that Kashmi's sleeping, Amira's probably in like the drawing room or something, going over the paperwork.
Okay. Mahari will approach. He's got like a rag that he's wiping his claws on from, all the gristle and blood. Something to eat and drink, Amira, with that
Uh,
for your meeting?
yeah, that would be good. Thank you.
No problem. I'll be right back. I'll make my way back down to the kitchen. At first, I was going to like pour a goblet of blood wine, but then I realized this is Amira. She doesn't do anything in half measures, so I just put the whole bottle on the tray.
There you go.
Yes.
Uh, and then I put the equivalent of. I figured that in this mansion, Vethis' mansion, Mahari has access to quote unquote the best ingredients around.
Maybe not the best, but pretty high quality stuff at least.
Okay, he'll put a.
She's
He'll chop
giving you
up a
free
blood.
reign of this place, but after 2 years, some of the budgeting is definitely coming from you guys at this point for the supplies you go through. She's not really just hosting you unconditionally anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. So, Amira will
The servants
definitely
are
go
all
and-
paid for by her at least. But
Amira will definitely go and start drinking, but she will ask Mahari to sit with her if he's, done with his stress cooking, just so she can have company while reading. She, of course, she's not going to say this out loud, but she does not expect Mahari to engage in the reading with her.
Because she doesn't think. Because she doesn't think Mahari
Amira,
can read.
you fool,
Thanks,
you've
Amira.
missed out on all of Mahari's recent character development. How could you do this?
Mahari
Regressing him as a character? How could you?
Mahari has 11 points lower than me in society.
And that's judging a book by its cover, Amira. How dare you?
You can't find him a picture book? Rude.
Well, Mahari will. Of course, Amir. Just let me go make sure I turn the burner off. Kitchen safety, everybody, is extremely important, even in the fantasy world.
You didn't turn it off before you started delivering food?
No, it was on a simmer.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So I'll make my way back down there, shut everything off,
Yeah.
clean up, actually scrub my hands, and then I'll make my way back up to is it the drawing room? you said
Yes.
the
Yeah.
kitchen's in? And,
Because Amira does want to talk to Mahari. Just, at some point, she'll take a break. And, as she's drinking her wine, she'll say, Mahari, sorry, just something that's been on my mind. It's not really a big thing, but after what happened with Necressa, you went to Zon-Kuthon, not, judging your choice in deity or anything, but I'm surprised you didn't just go for, the true Urgathoa. What made you decide to switch gods entirely, switch faiths entirely, if anything?
you're the first to ask that, but it was was simple. Trapped where we were, buried under rock and fire. Zonkuthon was the only one who spoke. He came to me, I didn't call out to him.
Amira, oh god.
If Agathawa had offered me the same, and I knew it was her, I probably would have taken it. Desperate times and all.
Amira will nod, and she'll kind of run one of her fingers over the rim of the bottle as she thinks. She'll say, "I get that. Going for whoever's there, offering a handout. That not like a handout, but like extending out a hand."
Yes, in the case of the Dark Prince, I mean, very common knowledge. His hand is covered in spiked chains, so.
But it's offered in friendship.
Mahari looks up, listening to the disembodied voice, looks back at Amira. I mean, I know that we as mortals will quote-unquote never truly be free of the divine. When we die, we go somewhere, right? But at least when all this is said and done, I would like to be myself once again. Not bound to a god. More so, only bound to the word I give.
Amira will nod, and she'll kind of give Mahari a little bit of a look and say, "What do you think, Mahari, is yourself? You said at the end of all of this you want to be able to be yourself, but for you, what is being yourself?"
Well, I mean, look at me now. He'll extend his arms and his tail will come up from the floor. I mean, Amira, you've seen Kolo before. I don't look like one anymore, but I was, as I like to say every now and again, I was pure once. No vampirism, no extraplanar blood flowing through my veins. I've come to view that as tainted, particularly my vampirism, because it was given to me by Necressa, and we all know about her. To be who I once was, to be free of that, to be free of the obligation to any divine power. If they want to have at me when I die, fine. But at least while I'm here, just to be free. I mean, when we find the Divinity Leech, I'm going to... I mean, if it truly does what Abraxas said, I'm going to try to purge myself of it all. And, if possible, get back to being a vampire the normal way, and he'll air quote the normal way,
Yeah.
as opposed to, any other way of becoming a vampire without doing a cheat code.
Yeah, Amira will nod, just kind of thinking on it, saying, "Thank you."
Well, I mean, since we're all in a sharing mood tonight, Amira, what are you going to, what are you going to do, once, you kill Sumitu, or figure out some way to make him suffer in a personal hell? But once that's all done, what's next? Just live in the social hierarchy?
Amira is, again, gonna kind of like sit there and think. she'll take a sip from the blood wine bottle, and before turning to Mahari and say, I honestly don't know. I wish I knew, but I mean, obviously, I want to keep living with you and Durant and Kashmi and everybody else. But I mean, it would be nice to get Inabumi and Lixil and everybody else back, but
I agree. I mean, that's my goal left in all of this, is to be with all of you. You're my pack, after all. The only one I have left. The only one I want anymore. It would be nice if we could have all of our friends and family members from Kalak back. I mean, what I would give to bring Falafel back after what Smidu forced me to do, I could only imagine that Ranth probably still harbors some resentment against me. But it was either her or her mother, and as cruel as it is, I wasn't about to let her die. That's that's I I don't think there's a word I can use for it to describe what it's like where I'm from.
I think I understand.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, maybe we could use the divinity leech to bring them back.
Maybe.
But
Maybe.
I mean, I guess this all really does hinge on that one thing. Abraxas said it will give us the route to get what we want.
Whatever
But
that means.
yes, yes, Mahari kind of mumbles something about divine bullshittery. But let me ask you this, Amira. If it did turn out that we could use it to get back what we wanted, but we were limited, we could have only one thing. Such as, I'll use myself as an example. If I could use it to either be free, as I have described, or to bring back Falafel for Ranth, I would stay in my chains so that she could have her mother back. What would you do?
Amira, again, takes a while to think on this one. Um, I think at the end, though, she'll come out and say, I wish I knew, but I don't. There's so much I want, Mahari, and I don't really know what of it I want more or less than the rest of it.
Yes. I guess that's one thing I should be thankful for, is that my mind is very simple.
She kind of like raises the bloodline bottle in like a little toast. Yeah, I no offense, Mahari, but I do kind of envy you a little bit on that.
Well, I mean, I envy you in return. I mean, you just merely have to speak and you get people to do what you want. I have to bully and brick them if I want them to obey. Also, I can't talk myself out of a wet paper skin bag.
Um, I think in turn, Amira will give Mahari a smile and say, I guess, the blood is always redder on the other side. As far as I'm concerned, I quite enjoy just being able to be as direct as you are. Don't actually like having to play this stupid game every waking moment in this place.
Yes, that's I'm just going to be blunt, and Mahari will get up from. Now, Amira, are you sitting on a chair or a couch?
Probably more like a couch.
Okay. Mahari's going to get up from where he was and sit next to you. You you're obviously very good at what you do. I mean, obviously you've honed the skills over centuries. But, and correct me if I'm wrong, I see that you hate it. after all this is over with, why don't you just leave?
Amira will blink a few times before lowering her head, kind of looking away from Ahari. And what she'll settle on here is, because I don't know any other way to live or to exist besides what I've been doing in Geb for, 300 years now? If I was to leave this country and go somewhere else, I wouldn't know what to do.
Mahari will think for a moment. Well, I mean, maybe this is just some last vestiges of my mortality hanging on, but isn't that one of the perks of being immortal? You can live as many lives as you want in as many different ways. I mean, we're no longer bound by time. We only have to worry about people destroying us, but everyone has to worry about that. If you leave, you're resourceful, you're smart, you just learn to live differently, and when you experienced everything that you want, you just move on.
Amira will think on that, and she'll say, I can only hope that's what it would end up like. All right. Thank you, though, for believing in me.
Of course, of course. Yes. I find I'm beginning to trust us, and he'll make a circular motion denoting, Kashmi's in their room, Arant's over in her room, or her father's demiplane. We seem to be easier to trust than them, or them, and he'll point up and down, denoting the other worlds. But such is our unlife. But anyways, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Would you like a refill?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though,
Alright.
Marjorie. I'll probably be heading to bed in an hour or so once I'm done here. Thank you for the company, though. I appreciate it.
Of course. You know where to find me if you want to talk, or just, jump on me to wake me up. I mean, Kashmi's done it plenty. But, we have a big day tomorrow. And then as he reaches the door, he turns back around. And the thought of dying for real this time, against my father, not as scary as I thought it would be. But you all dying, that's truly terrifying to me. And then he'll close the door.
Amira will just smile and go back to reading her stuff.
All right. As the two of you finish your conversations, separate for the evening, Aranth eventually finishes her conversation with Draven, heads off to sleep. Mahari finds rest in his own room. Amira reads for a little bit longer before heading off to rest in your room with Kashmi. You all are free to go ahead and take a long rest. And that is also where we are going to take a quick break. Stand up, stretch, grab some water, and I will see you all in a few minutes.
Sorry.
All right, welcome back. So, we are picking back up the following morning, Monday, with you all having the day ahead of you. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it sounds like the general plan is to go about setting up a challenge for Jackal. Is that correct, or do we have other plans in mind?
That
Kill him.
sounds
Yeah,
about right
that's-
to me.
Yep.
Okay. Then what details are we setting for the challenge? Or are you simply going to try and make a public challenge now and meet to determine the stakes and the happenings of it?
Mahari is thinking, go Jackal into the fight, and then once we've goaded him into the fight, set the stakes there. What do y'all think?
I am good with what Mahari wants to do because this is Mahari's kind of story beat. So
This is your moment. I got you.
This is your moment.
Hey, well, all your all's lives are on the line too, so I can't
Eh.
get your input.
You
Like,
know, it'll be fine.
Be real fucking honest. It's not the first time. It's probably not the 10th time, and it's certainly not going to be the last time. So, like,
Freaking
I'll make sure of it.
character,
right?
character's like, first time?
Okay. So this is going to be a downtime activity. It's going to take multiple days to accomplish this challenge. It's not something that can be done in just a few hours. You got to spread the word, get it out there, get the effectively rumor engine to start, get the crowd's interest in it. So it does sound like the direction we're going with simply making the challenge, trying to hype it up. This is going to be a performance check for whoever is maining the challenge doing. Anyone can aid if they would like.
Do I have to aid in performance, or can I aid in diplomacy?
This is going to be a performance-based check.
Only performance? Well, here's my aid, because I am untrained.
Okay. The DC for this aid is also slightly higher at 20.
Oh, here you go. Take my help.
I will
You're
ask
welcome.
you that, Kim. Knowing that the DC is 20, do you want to still aid? Because if you crit fail, you impose a penalty on Mahari's roll.
Fine.
Oh,
You're
Mahari
welcome to
has
do
the
so.
performance check?
No, I don't want to fuck it.
Whoever is heading up the challenge, whoever is
I do not wanna
effectively
help.
going to be the face of the group during this.
So I can't be like Mahari's like PR.
That's what I said. Could we hype man?
You
Like, if we can make him
could,
feel better?
but it's going to come across to the public as you're the one sending the challenge. And they're going to put your face at the forefront of, oh, it's a battle between the Feast of the Starved and Amira and her group. So if you guys are fine with that, you're welcome to do that.
No, I'll do the roll.
Mahari
Not
wants
my aid.
this. Are you trained in performance, Mahari?
No, but I have a plus 17 to it.
Untrained improvisation. Let's go, baby.
May
Yeah.
I offer
Hell yeah.
him the aid here?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Amira.
Reminder, this is DC 20. Oh, I'm sorry. Performance or society can be used to aid.
Oh.
That's on me.
I think my society is slightly better.
So if you have a good society, Kashmir would like to aid with that, you are welcome to do so.
I got you.
Okay. That is going to be a +2 circumstance bonus to your roll, Mahari.
Okay. Now I can still... Okay, there we go. All right.
This is a
performance, here we
downtime
go.
activity. I am going to allow a hero point for this, because you're looking for a pretty
yay.
high DC.
Thank you.
Okay. Here we go.
Yay.
A 33 is a failure. Whether or not you would
No.
like to hero point that or not.
Oh my goodness.
DC is high for this. Because just, you guys are out of the blue challenging someone. Relatively unknown figures to the general public. Challenging someone who's unknown, but has theoretically a higher standing. Even if you guys are promoting your... Actually, that's a good question. Are you promoting yourselves as nascent bloodlords in this challenge?
I think that would be a good idea to get the
Yeah,
hype
of course.
up.
Yeah. Get
Okay.
the word out. Jericho, I have a question. Do
Mhm.
I have any hope of actually succeeding at this if I roll below a 20?
Yes.
Is it a 19?
I will also say a failure does not necessarily mean he will not accept the challenge. You just may need to offer more to get him to accept when you meet to discuss the terms.
And is this the only check I'm going to be doing for this hype up?
Mm-hmm. So, by the way, your age should have been a +2, not a +1. So a 34 is still a failure.
Oh,
It's up to you.
By how much?
I won't say.
he's not going to tell us that. All right, I'll spend a hero point on this.
Okay. So 38.
Okay, so 38.
The DC was 37 on this.
Oh,
Fuck yes.
oh.
You guys spend the better part of the next week promoting this match, going out, talking to people, going to Pierre's and other bars, going to the arena and talking to people there. You meet with Saltpeter and say, hey, you want to help us promote a match? And he's like, absolutely. We love Saltpeter. So you guys spend some time promoting this match, and it seems to be well received by the public pretty consistently. During this time, additional rumors begin to circulate. What happened at Awesome Harbor was not necessarily kept secret, and rumors that the Feast of Starved is at fault for the damages that occurred there, and that this challenge is supported by the Export Guild begin to circulate.
Okay. Jericho, during the week that we're doing this, and when we return to Lord Vethus's manor, is she ever there when we're there?
Nope.
Okay.
She was never around super frequently, to be entirely clear. She'd show up randomly, and then maybe during like the summer spend a bit more time there consistently, but she's always coming and going.
Okay.
But she does not show up there at all during the week, which take that as you will. However, on the fourth afternoon, as you guys finish up your efforts and return back to the mansion for the day, there is someone waiting at the door. A quick child, small young human, looking sort of nervously around, just sort of standing in front of the door, hugging something to their chest.
I'll approach the child.
Mahari will?
Amira will stop Mahari and approach the child.
It's okay. I'm just saying. Because we wanted Mahari to be the first one to open his mouth and be like, I'm gonna approach the child.
Did you not hear his whole conversation? I think he's fine.
Mahari has
That
experienced
child-
character growth recently.
Give him the youths.
That child would combust.
Who would you trust more around a child? Mahari
Neither.
or Kashmi? Kashmi's going to try and indoctrinate them immediately.
Neither.
Children,
Neither.
come get in my body.
Well, I mean, do
Yeah,
you want to
it
approach
ran-
the child with Amira Arant then?
No. Fuck no. Arant doesn't like kids. Are you kidding me?
So it's Amira and Mahari. Oh, this is gonna be good.
The child's like, standing there sort of facing the door, shuffling their feet back and forth, potentially very much what you guys have seen, like someone working up the courage to knock. But as you guys approach, they hear the footsteps behind them and sort of whirl around quickly, see you guys approaching, sees Mahari, this behemoth to a child, and like stumbles backwards against the door in fright. Ah!
It's okay. He's not gonna hurt you.
Are you Mr. Mahari?
That's
Yes.
Mr. Mahari.
I have a letter for you.
I reached down with two of my claws to take the letter from the kid.
Hey, bye! And can immediately
Amira-
tries to run
Amira-
off.
Amira will stop him and hand him a gold coin.
Oh. You like put an arm on his shoulder and he immediately flinches and cowers. But when you hand him the coin, his eyes light up a little bit. And he holds it tight and dashes back off towards the city.
Don't spend it all in one place, kid.
Mahari, you are holding a blood red envelope with a wax seal of a scythe on it.
Does this letter look like the one I handed Berlin?
Oh, yes.
Oh. That's a deep
You
cut.
recognize the personal seal of Ranella Brennan.
Okay. Let's go in before we open this. Let's not open it out here.
Yes, have the monsters that'll unleash inside your mansion.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm gonna go into the drawing room.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to like the drawing room where you guys were relaxing upstairs last night, or like the parlor?
The parlor. We need
Okay.
some space in case everything
Yeah.
goes to shit.
Absolutely. Is everyone heading there, or is anyone going to off to do their own thing? All going there.
Yeah.
Oh,
All going there. Sounds good.
fantastic. Well, you guys all make your way into the parlor after your day of rabble-rousing and challenging. The servants start bringing in a light dinner for you all in here, since it is pretty much that time of day. But you sit around with refreshments, sandwiches, chalices of blood, juice boxes for Kashmir, the works. And Mahari, you hold a blood-red letter from the head priestess of Urgathoan worship and the leader of the celebrants in your hand.
I crack the seal. And is it the threefold?
Oh yeah, this shit's fancy.
Oh yeah, and I open it up and I begin to read aloud.
Sure. Mahari never had the opportunity or the know-how to appreciate such a nice letter back in the
No,
day. But nowadays, you could probably pretty clearly say, damn, like, even the paper used for this is expensive paper. You're able to pretty much immediately tell it is magically treated flesh to act with the hardness and both rigidity and flexibility of a normal sheet of paper. With ink very nicely written on it.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you use platinum ink?
No, no. But the letter as you read it aloud. Mr. Mahari, it has been a good many years since last we spoke. I am pleased to hear of your recovery from your indoctrination, though your favor has turned to another beyond the divine gate. What you have abandoned is of far more importance. If you and yours would be amenable, I would be more than happy to arrange a meeting on the morrow at my private offices at the cathedral. No signature or anything. It's probably expected you know who it's from.
Yeah. Now, Jericho, if we go to her offices tomorrow, would this letter basically be the, hey, this is my invitation, get the fuck out of my way?
You'd probably like show it to a guard or something as you head to the eastern building, and they'd be like, oh, certainly, let us take you to, a waiting room. We'll let Mistress Brennan know that you're here for a meeting, and we'll get that squared away for you. They wouldn't just like get out of your way. That would basically be an invitation. They would walk you through the procedures and everything.
Okay. Now, I don't know if I would need to do a roll for this or if I just would know.
Mm-hmm.
Since she invited us, does that basically preclude us from people trying to kill us?
How do you mean?
Well, we're going to see her. Like,
Yeah.
while we're on her grounds, people aren't going to try to, jump us and shiv us.
People wouldn't inherently do that in the first place. It's not a place of abject violence. You think they are savages?
Yes.
Some of them are.
We would know.
Okay,
We have a previous one of them in our midst.
Brianna, her first name is it?
Rinella.
Brianna, correct? Rinella.
Yes.
She is a daughter, correct?
Correct.
So if we're meeting her, like, Necressa's not going to, like, show up in her presence and be like, hey, they're mine, get out of the way.
It's Necressa. You can't be guaranteed shit, my guy.
Fair enough.
I don't know what you want from me. I'm not offering you any guarantees about a godling's actions.
She ain't going to be a godling much longer. Well, that's the plan anyways.
So,
All right, so Mahari looks up after reading the letter to gauge everyone's reaction.
how does everyone else react to hearing this? Stunned silence all around.
Amira is mostly just frustrated, like, all right, I guess we gotta do this.
It does not seem to be a command to go meet her. It truly seems to be an invitation. Is Kashmir's camera frozen? Oh, yes, it did.
My laptop is having an issue and needed to restart.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well, while you are getting that set up, Aranth, any response from you to Mahari reading this letter aloud?
Would Aranth know where it was from?
Give me a recall knowledge. Mahari recognized it immediately because he's met the individual in question and received a letter like this before. For the rest of you, with a natural 20 Aranth, you would immediately, as the seal is broken and flipped up by Mahari, recognize the seal of Rinella Brennan, the leader of the celebrants.
Ugh.
Now, Jericho, she's also... I know you just said it like 5 minutes ago, but the information's already left my brain. she is the High Priestess of Urgathua.
Correct.
Ew. Aranth just kind of like goes deadpan. Right.
Yeah. Rinella, and you would know this, especially Aranth with a natural 20 like that. Geb is the most feared and powerful person in Mekatar and Geb as a whole. Rinella is the second most powerful and feared.
Oh, fuck.
However, she tends to be a bit low profile with that power.
So she's cunning. And smart.
Very.
Yeah, you
Sounds
don't.
like
You
my
don't,
kind of lady.
yeah, you don't get to her position by flaunting what you have.
So,
Well, then, Ladies, if you're all in agreement, I say we meet her on the morrow.
Makes sense to
Fine.
me.
Even if it means walking into the little proverbial lion's den.
Should be used to that by now.
I mean, we have stood in the presence of an actual divinity, told a minor one to go fuck themselves. I mean, par for the course. For
All
us.
of the problems that caused.
It was worth it.
Was it? Was your time in
No.
the abyss really worth it?
No.
Hey,
So-
I'll just say this as a player, I can finally brag. Yeah, I got to meet Abraxas in one of my games.
Don't worry, it won't be the only time.
Oh boy.
Oh fuck!
You guys have to get the divinity leech back to him. Why is this a surprise?
Well, we could just once we have it, we pray to him and be like, Lord Abraxas, we have it. Can you teleport us to your throne room, please? He's a god.
Really think it'll be that? No, okay. Is there anything anyone would like to do in the evening following receiving this letter before you have the meeting tomorrow?
Nothing from Mahari. More stress cooking.
Okay. Anyone else?
Read out as much as possible about Renala.
Yeah. There's like general public facing information, but not a lot of private info on her. Go ahead, Aranth.
Aranth would probably still be theory crafting with her dad for another 24 hours.
Nice.
Shouldn't have to sleep,
You kind of do.
does she?
Mechanically,
Kinda.
yes. You do
Well,
still
then-
require 8 hours of sleep a night.
Then she'll fucking nap in the demiplane. Who cares?
Arantha's basically not left aside from like meals the last few days. Okay. Well, the next day very quickly approaches, and you all come to consciousness the following morning, prepared for a meeting with the head priestess of Urgathoa's church. Any preparations? Do we want to head there first thing in the morning? Do we wish to head there in the afternoon? What are we thinking? There's no time on the letter. It's simply, hey, you want to have a meeting tomorrow?
First thing in the
Mahar-
morning makes sense.
Yeah, Mahari
Okay.
would suggest that we get there first thing in the morning because we don't know how it's going to play out.
Okay. Then you all head to the Cathedral of Epiphenomena very early in the morning after finishing all your stuff. Make your way into the open clearing where there is, of course, a massive morning service being held by one of the many sects. It's not the Feast of the Starved, it's not Renella, we don't care. And head over to the Eastern Pyramid, making your way all the way up to the top. And at the entrance, there is, of course, an ID check going on. There are a trio of guards, and as you all approach one of them, name and purpose for visiting the cathedral? Don't believe I've seen you all before.
Mahari, my companions, and I'll pull out the letter. We were invited. And I'll hand him the letter so he can look at it.
A meeting with Mistress Brennan. I hand it back. Well, you two put in some extra effort for a couple minutes. I'm going to escort these fine folk. Please, follow me. It would be my pleasure to guide you to a waiting room.
Thank you, sir.
And the guard will lead you into the cathedral.
Aranth kind of like pulled the face a little bit. So when they were like ID checking, she's like, when the fuck did we have to start ID checking at a cathedral? Weirdos.
Now, Jericho.
When
is
you
this-
enter the office and living space building of the cathedral and not the actual church part of the cathedral.
Yeah, we're in the
Weirdos.
we're in the spiral pyramid.
Yes.
On
Yeah.
the right.
Because that is where personal offices are held. Fantastic. You guys are led into the cathedral proper, and since you came first thing in the morning, there is no need for any sort of waiting period, so they would take you directly to the office of Ranella Brennan. As you guys are led, you pass by a number of offices and suites and whatnot. All of them, of course, seemingly scaled for normal-sized individuals. When you come to the office the guard stops at, though, the door is noticeably much larger. Like a good 40 feet tall, larger. Which he actually doesn't even bother knocking. The guard just goes up and pushes the door open and gestures. Mistress Brennan is awaiting you inside. Thank you for your visit and best of luck.
Thank you. And then Mahari will head in.
Okay. Do the rest of you follow?
Yep.
Fantastic. You all make your way into the room, which is a vast chamber, vaulted archways, a domed ceiling, roughly 50 feet tall. There are sconces with flickering torchlight in them, each of them shaped like these decaying angelic faces almost. The air itself is rich with the scent of incense and dried blood. There is a seemingly place for meeting and relaxing, numerous couches and chairs with a sitting table off to one side, and opposite of the door is a towering desk designed for a creature of near 30 feet in height. Beautiful desk of blackened oak, marble, and even ivory, with a chair of seemingly petrified flesh behind it, upon which sits the figure of Ranella Brennan. Humanoid, generally in shape, in a gorgeous red dress, flowing long black hair, multiple horns coming out of the sides and top of her head, eyes that are pure red in nature, no pupils to be found. And the most probably unfortunate aspect of a daughter of Urgathoa for anyone who is normally minded, the perhaps close to 7-foot length scythe that is replacing her entire right arm. Looking something like this. Do not mind the spine staff.
Jericho, when I met her way back when, was it in this room or was it somewhere else?
She met you in an actual, one of the actual cathedrals, one of the sect churches. You have not been in her personal office before. But as you all make your way into the office and behold this figure, she stands up from her chair. You don't see any legs. It's similar to Geb, actually. There is just a roiling red fog surrounding her entire lower half. But she stands up, a smile on her face. Welcome to my office, guests. It is nice to see you again, Mahari, and the companions you've made. Please, take a seat. Is there any refreshments I can get for you?
Mahari will, he'll walk forward, bow his head. Thank you, your ladyship, and he'll take a seat. None for me, thank you. You guys have never heard Mahari be this polite.
About the rest of you, do you introduce yourselves? Do you ask for any refreshments? Do you just go sit down? What do each of you do?
Amira will introduce herself politely and courtly. Introducing herself as Mahari's companion more than anything else.
Aranth will introduce herself and then sit and ask for a glass of blood wine.
Sure. How about you, Kashmi? Oh, we can't hear you. Oh no! Check your Discord settings.
How about now?
Hey!
Yeah, there you go.
Ta-da! I'm gonna let my legs go incorporeal, because you're not better than me. And then I'm gonna look at that like scythe hook hand thing, and I'm gonna think about like how I could mask that. And so I like put my hand out on my hip, realize that this is awkward and I'm not doing a very good job. Then I'm just gonna go stand behind Mahari.
Okay. You don't go sit on any of the chairs or couches?
No, I'm here for him.
Okay. She goes and sits down across
I might
from
put
you
my hand
guys.
on his shoulder. Just want to be by him.
Fair. She will snap her one actual hand, and from a side door, a number of servants will walk in bringing a variety of snacks and bottles of wine. Of course, blood wine. That will be placed out as a spread in front of you all. Please help yourselves. It has been some time since I have met new people of interest and power. If you don't mind my asking, how are you enjoying it so far?
The fear it invokes, I must admit, is almost intoxicating. But it sometimes elicits a response one doesn't always want. But aside from that, it's been quite enjoyable.
She turns her gaze to the rest of you. She does not actually seem to be focusing on Mahari at all. She seems to truly be trying to hold a conversation with all of you here. Whether you want to let Mahari sort of lead it and remain silent yourselves, you're welcome to do so, but she seems to be actively trying to speak with all of you.
I think Amira will go for this amount of power. It means that I have quite an ability to change things as I feel appropriate.
It feels the same.
Used to power, are you?
I mean, here today, gone tomorrow, here today. I mean, what's power?
Fair enough. Do you answer at all, Aranth?
Aranth just kind of tips her glass towards the High Priestess and smirks. She doesn't really say anything else.
Fair enough. Well.
She's mostly just kind of like side-eyeing Mahari, because who the fuck are you? It's not Mahari. Why do you sound like that? It's weird.
Right?
Who are you? What have you done with the dog? Well, forgive me, I am curious by nature and, of course, would like to get to know people that I will be, hopefully, working with for quite some time into the future. Is this power you have now and that you are seeking the reason you stepped through the veil of time?
Amira will narrow her eyes but put on a smile. Say, you're the first person to know that without us having to tell them.
It's not hard to know when you have channels.
Your ladyship, when you say channels, do you mean to the divine or as in other mortals?
Both. In this instance, though, you could certainly attribute my initial recognition of your arrival here. You could attribute that to the divine.
It that begs a question, your ladyship. When I first met you all those centuries ago,
Centuries, is it? How interesting.
yes, at least for me, it's been that long. Did you know what Necressa was doing?
I was aware. She was not putting in any particular effort at that point in time, so her machinations were not particularly worrying. Not that I can say they make me happy.
Well, what is it exactly about what the Feast of the Starved? What about it is so abhorrent to the faithful? They seem to find them disgusting.
If you were to see someone walking around with your pinky finger, what would your emotion be towards that?
I'd want it back. I would. I don't know if I could say they would hate, but I would definitely hold them in lower regard than almost anyone else. But I would mostly want my finger back because it's mine.
Well, that should answer your question in at least some way. A question for all of you, truly. What do you think separates mortals from the divine?
Ambition.
Would you elaborate?
I mean, if you want something bad enough to get it. So, like, if you try hard enough, like, how far is the divine? But also, PR. Like, let's be honest. If you've got a great storyteller, what's divinity really?
Interesting.
I would say will.
What did you say?
Will.
I thought you said skill. Okay, sorry.
No, I mean.
So it's proficiency modifiers, man. That's the real game changer.
Double your level plus 20.
Right?
No, but I would say willpower. I mean,
Ooh.
that's how we came to be when the Lady Orgatha was snuffed in the face of death and returned.
Interesting.
Power. That's my answer.
A simple one.
That was
And-
gonna be Arin's answer too.
You can answer the same thing. She isn't necessarily expecting you all to give a different answer. She just wants your answer.
Yeah, Arin would say that power was her idea as well.
Like, what is power? Power to you is completely different from power to me is completely different to power to her. So, like, I'm sorry. And I'm going to look at her and realize that I have just gone on a Kashmir tangent and apologize and say, I'm so sorry.
No,
And I'll be quiet
please.
again.
I'm more than happy to listen to you speak. You have such interesting perspectives on the world. I'm more than happy to hear your reasonings on things.
Well, how do you measure power? Like, what value is power unless it has value to you? So, like, I feel like power is really arbitrary.
Well,
What do
I
you mean
would say-
power? Tell me everything.
I would say power is one's ability to enact one's will upon what they see.
That's about
Well,
what
then
I
let's
was
be
saying.
honest. I have ultimate power, but I don't feel very fucking powerful.
Well, Jericho, is the way a daughter of Urgathoa made common knowledge to her faithful? Like, do they know that only Urgathoa can make them?
They would know daughters are extraordinarily blessed by Urgathwa. They might not inherently recognize that, yeah, they can only be made by Urgathoa. There's no way of ascending to one on their own. Because, of
Okay,
course,
and
you got to give the common masses hope for something.
Would Mahari know, to use a game term, would he know that the daughters are unique creatures?
Probably.
Okay, so he would gesture towards the High Priestess. Well, Kashmi, the Lady Urgathwa was able to manifest her will and make what we colloquially call her daughters. They're unique amongst all undead. There's so few of them, at least to my knowledge. You and I can't just simply will a unique type of undead to exist. At least that's what I was using when I said power in my example.
I mean, I talked the cosmos out of letting what's her face die. So, like, what's power?
And yet she died again anyways.
What exactly? That's my whole fucking point. That's my whole fucking point. What is power? Like, here today, gone tomorrow? It's all
Well,
subjective. It's a PR campaign to set oneself apart from everyone else and be worthy of the elevation. That's bullshit. That's so arbitrary. And, like,
well, in that case, Kashmir, I guess you could say if you want to narrow it down, divine powers being able to enact your will in a way that mortals cannot counteract on a
Cashmere's gonna
fundamental level.
cock her head at you and, like, make awkward eye contact because the number of times that Cashmere has just enacted her will across the cosmos, like, she hears you, but also, like, in Cashmere's very small world of all the worlds, there's always been some kind of power or some kind of not power, but I'm not powerful. Like, what does it fucking mean? So Kashmi's gonna like argue this whole point, but I'm kind of tired and I have candy in my mouth, so I don't want to actually argue the point. But Kashmi is arguing the point.
Sure. Amira or Aranth, do either of you jump in? You were the ones, after all, who initially said power is what makes a god different from a mortal.
I said what I said, god damn it. Not interested
Yeah.
in
Yeah, you
fucking-
did.
Conviction.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Aranth
not
just
fucking...
casually blasphemy.
I'm like, come on, man. I said what I fucking said.
So what is power to you, Aranth?
I said what I said!
And I'm
Her
gonna look
power
at
for
Amira.
Aranth is not having to explain herself to Kashmi.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Shit, or anybody. Fuck, man.
That would
Kashmi's
be
gonna
power.
look at Amira incredulous that Aranth, and she's gonna harumph.
Because she's ugly, isn't it?
I mean, some people can't be pretty, and some people can't be smart, and some people are Aranth.
I believe we're getting sidetracked. And he'll look forward. Your ladyship, I'm going to assume you've obviously know what we've been doing over the past week.
Wait. I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to know your answer. What's the difference? Is this a joke? Is it a ring? Because, bitch, I know. Because that's what it took for me to reach divine. Oh, you didn't mean like that. Sorry, go ahead.
What separates the divine from the mortal is stagnancy, the weight of one's existence.
That's why Kashmi sucks at this, because she has no weight of her existence.
That is so true.
Consider for a moment, if you would, when you got the letter, you made a decision to come here and speak with me. Did you, for any point in time, consider not coming to this meeting?
Yes, Mahari made all of these great snacks last night when he was stressed out. And I don't even like to eat, but I like to eat Mahari's. Well, let me tell you, his food used to be such trash. It was so bad. And now it's delicious. While I love meeting you, thank you so much for having us here, could have eaten so many delicious snacks. For a hot ass minute, I thought about staying home.
Yes, your ladyship, it did cross my mind, but it did not seem wise to rebuff your invitation.
Well, perhaps that is an aspect of power, but I digress. Imagine that there exists a reality where that was the choice you made. Not to come and speak with me. That world was
This is old news, lady. Sorry, I'm sorry. That was an inside thought.
It's quite all right. I'm simply trying to help people understand. I am well aware of your unique circumstances, Miss Kashmi. You should be the one who understands this best of all, after all.
She's gonna reach into her pocket and pull out whatever muffin or snack Mahari had made, and she's got a bunch stuffed in there.
Ignoring
start
all
eating.
of the
So
delicacies on the table.
But this way she's gonna be quiet.
That reality both exists and doesn't exist at the same time. But that occurs for every decision made by every person on this world. on multiple worlds. But think about it even down to the more simple decisions, the ones you don't think about. When you take a step, how long is your gait? Are you moving quickly or moving slowly? Does that change with every individual step? Every step you take, every word you speak, every thought you think.
I'll be watching you.
Amira. I love you, Allie.
Imagine that there
I
is
was
a
also thinking that.
potential reality that is created simply based off of those potentials every moment. Those realities exist. One of you here has experience with them already. The divine are entities that are constant. Their decisions carry no variance. What they think, what they do, remains a perfect constant across reality. That is also to be said, what anchors this reality is the real one. I was getting off topic, I apologize. Thought where I was going does not particularly matter.
Kashmi's gonna raise her hand.
Of course, you do not need to raise your hand to speak, Miss Kashmi.
The one you're in is the real one.
Those other realities, Kashmi, that you have peered into and utilized throughout your long life, are they real? Or not?
I mean, for them.
Very true. Does it matter whether they are real or not to you?
What is an alternate place versus what is a dream versus what is an imagination in a journey in your mind versus falling deep into a story or a song? What's real? Sure, it's real. Sure. To them, not. I mean, it doesn't matter. Is that dream that I had where Amira slept with that fucking bitch not real? I'm still mad.
Wait,
I was there.
what?
It doesn't.
Huh?
I don't
Yeah, I
want
was
to talk
gonna say,
about it.
where's this coming from?
Wait, which bitch did I sleep with?
All of them. Literally fucking all of them.
Oh,
All of
No, I
all
understand.
of them.
It's one of those. It's one of those dreams where,
It doesn't matter
You're-
whether she slept with him or them. It matters that I lived it. Was it real?
It's one of those dreams where
Kashmi.
you.
Hold on, I want to hear what Aranth has to say.
It's one of those instances where you dream about your significant other cheating on you. Doesn't matter if it was a dream; it was real to you. And you can
Correct,
wake
I
up.
lived it.
You can wake up mad all you fucking want. Lord knows I
Was
did that
it
with
real?
Sarian. Who knows?
I should tell you, I kill him so much. Like, so much in my dreams. I know it's not real. You know it's not real. Sure, shit makes me feel better. Feels pretty fucking real. What's real?
You all seem quite confident in the realness of reality around you. I commend you for that. There are...
Can I disbelieve?
Yes, you may make a perception check to disbelieve.
Thank you.
After you go on a whole tangent about everything is real.
Correct. But that put all of my tingly spidey, and I'm like, oh, I've gone too far.
Looks real. Must be real.
Okay, must be. What's real? Real enough.
There are many of those who walk through the corridors of time and end up finding themselves lost, believing that where they have ended up is some different reality than the one they came from. It's not. I believe you all spoke with, I can never be bothered to remember his name, the Archmage at the Evan Mausoleum.
Yes, your ladyship. you did.
Valtharion, that's his name. One day I'll deign to remember it. I imagine you spoke to him about your experiences with chronomancy, and he warned you not to come into contact with his past selves. It would cause the you of now to be instantly erased, and he knows this because his future self came to him and was instantly erased, and he's thus set his own time of death for the future because of that.
Something like that.
I'm gonna look at Amira because I have no idea what you were talking about. I don't remember that at all.
It happened.
Yeah, it happened.
I'm pretty sure that I was doing something. I was distracted during that time because I thought it was really funny that all of that stuff was super important to Kashmi, but she heard none of it. So this is the first time she's hearing it, and she's gonna like shock Pikachu face at you.
He was lying to you.
I know.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Not to say he hasn't killed himself from the future. He does that daily. Let's give him credit. They're always trying to come back and kill him, but he constantly kills them in return. The future is never set. What you all have seen and experienced before you came back here, however far in the future that may be, any of it can certainly be changed.
Is it? I want to know if she's talking about like hypothetically, like anything could be changed, like if you put your mind to it and hard work and determination, or if she's talking about the potion inside my body.
Ooh, give me a sense motive check.
Thank you.
Man, it is hard to get a read on her. She's the leader of an entire faction and the second most powerful person here in Makatar. She's quite good at hiding her expression.
Can I telepathic bond the question and ask my friends to and have my friends do a perception check?
I will allow that in this case.
Thank you, Mr. Jericho.
Typically, I try not to because you have your answer.
Could I just send it to Amira? I don't have to invoke the team, but that would.
It's the same situation for you, Amira. She is hard to read.
Yeah, if Amira can't get a read,
Yeah, I mean, she is a hierophant.
Whether she knows about the realm warp or not, she seems to at the very least be truly speaking about whatever it is you've experienced, whatever that future was. And you sort of understand this entire thing has been looping around to that question she asked you earlier of, was the power you have now the reason you went back in time? She's trying to suss out if you're trying to change the future. Because she knows Valtharion, the professor, told you guys you can't change the future and everything has to play out how you experienced it. She's telling you it's possible to change it.
No, yeah. If that's the real question, Kazmi absolutely thinks that not changing the future is bullshit. This is the only reality we have is right now the path in front of us. So like, why would we choose it to be shit? That's stupid. Of course we're gonna fix the fucking future. That's why. Get out of.
Well,
thank you. Sorry, that's my
Mahari,
TED talk.
Mahari's answer to that once he's sussed that all out in his mind. Well, your ladyship, at least for me, one step at a time, which brings me to another question, or rather back to my other question before I got sidetracked.
By all means, ask away.
I intend to kill my father, Jackal. Is that going to cause any undue problems for you?
Not in the slightest.
Okay. I didn't get a good read from you before, but I like you already.
In fact, I might even state, well, killing him might not do much at the moment, but would I be correct in assuming you have greater ambitions than just his demise?
You are correct, your ladyship.
Now, the death of the one he worships, the one he follows, that
Oh.
could be something I could consider a favor.
Oh yes, your ladyship. If there is a way to bring about that thing's destruction, I intend to find it and execute it. But, first things first, one step at a time.
What thoughts you having over there, Kashmi?
Many, many, many thoughts. This is Mahari's moment.
Okay.
Here's my other muffin.
Aranth, Amira, do either of you have anything you'd like to jump in with at this point?
Not especially.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Your ladyship, a question, another question, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
When Necressa left me for dead, and through circumstances, the Dark Prince reached out to me to offer power. How does one go about resigning that power? If it's even possible. Or am I forever bound to his will?
Well, you are asking the High Priestess of a faith how one would revoke their faith and the benefits gained therefrom. Certainly would not necessarily behoove me to so easily share that information. However, were you to do me a favor, I would perhaps not only share that information with you, but be more than happy to assist in the process.
Would I get to know what favor you require, or is this a save it for later?
I believe you're already planning on doing something that I would consider a favor, are you not?
Mahari nods his head. Indeed, my apologies for being slow on the uptake.
I believe they call that two birds with one stone.
Yes,
Above
they
table,
do.
if he renounces his faith, what's going to happen to his powers? Is he going to go back to being how does that work?
We've already talked about it. We've got a couple ideas. It'll really depend on some of the decisions that get made around that point.
Okay.
Mahari may or may not remain a champion. He may be changing to a completely different class, but it also has already been spoken about with potentially Amira or Rant changing him to make him a more, as he himself has mentioned, pure vampire.
That's scary.
Did you expect this to be the happy campaign?
No, Cashmere's gonna look at you like the weight of this feels heavy, and like Cashmere's gonna reach out to you to comfort you but really comforting herself by comforting you.
Yeah, well, I mean, Mahari is the emotional support Colo now, so.
Yeah, you are.
He's been that for a while.
Yeah, I have. Your ladyship, when the deed is done, do you require proof, or will you, by some method, know?
Oh, I'll be well aware when it happens. After all, a missing piece of my mistress will be returning to where it belongs.
I'm not going to lie, it still does amaze me, I mean, at least from my limited perspective, that a actual deity would tolerate such disrespect.
They have more pressing concerns, typically, and while I likened the loss of a pinky earlier, if you were to lose a bit of dead skin, would that truly bother you so much to get it back? If an ant took it?
No, your ladyship. But I will say this, if that ant was using my skin to masquerade as me, that might prompt a response.
That would be a mighty interesting ant to watch, don't you think?
I look at her. It would.
The perspective of the divine is always an interesting one to consider. Since their actions create no variance in our great cosmology, there's always more purpose than can be easily understood behind what they do.
There is. There definitely is. One more question. I suppose I should stop saying that I've asked you many one more questions during this conversation.
By all means, we are in no rush here.
Is obviously when we came this time and when I came the last time I had your letter. When inevitably we need to show up again after things have been taken care of, should we wait another letter or just approach?
You'll receive a letter more quickly than you are prepared for.
I feel like there's a clause or a but or a can I do like a sense of motive? I know it doesn't help, but like
I'm gonna go off of your roll from earlier for this. She's been remarkably. I knocked my cup off the table.
No.
I caught it with my leg. It's all good.
Okay.
She's been remarkably open with you thus far. Of course, she's speaking in bullshit still half the time, but she has not seemed to be hiding anything from you, realistically. She seems to basically be generally offering this deal of, in so many unspoken words, if you kill Necressa, I will help you renounce your faith and the powers you've been given safely. You can't tell any buts in there.
okay.
I mean, also to be fair, even if we could, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Fair.
Like,
Call her
what
on
are
it. What could go wrong?
we?
I do want to make mention, Ranella is specifically bigger than Necressa, who you guys have
Oh.
met before and was also a daughter of Regathoa. Renella's about double her size.
Well, that's
wow.
that's what I don't understand. Why doesn't she just handle it? Like, why does she need us? And if she needs us, then I feel like there's some
Because
other
she's
side of the
saying
coin.
there's nothing. She doesn't necessarily have a reason. Necressa's a thorn in her side. She doesn't like her, but she has no direct reason to go after her. She has not been told by her goddess to go after her. But if you
Oh, okay,
guys
'cause
went
Mom would
after
be mad.
her, that's fine by her. You'd be
Okay,
the
that makes better
pliers
sense.
removing the splinter from her without her having to hold the pliers. And thus she'd be willing to do something for you in return. It's truly
Okay.
a matching interests aligning over anything else.
You've made me so distrustful of everybody that I'm like,
Which is
You know,
hilarious because
I'll-
I'm trying to give you guys trustworthy people nowadays.
I'll just say this, Jericho. All the supremely powerful NPCs we've met, barring Necressa, they've been very laid back and
Yeah.
chill when talking to us.
If you have that power, what do you have to fear? Nothing bad against you guys, but realistically, what do they have to fear from you?
Absolutely nothing.
They are people who are so supremely confident in their own standing and strength that whatever you could be planning or potentially pull truly means nothing to them. And so they are more than happy to be laid back and comfortable and open in their discussion with you.
Makes sense.
One last question of my own before we all have our things to do. Your opponent should be sending a response to meet at the arena and decide on the terms shortly. You all have walked the corridors of time once before. Do you think you'll ever do it again?
probably.
I would. Imagine, yes, we would.
For better or for worse.
As long as we're together.
Do you respond to Ranth?
Iranth would think on it a second. No.
That's gonna make me uncomfortable, so I'm gonna go and grab your hand, Amira's hand, and pull her and grab your hand and say, as long as we're together.
As long as we are together.
Above table, why is Aranth saying no, may I ask?
Because if they had to do the timey-wimey bullshit again, she'd be like, count me out.
Well,
No thanks.
well, aren't we above table? Isn't it a foregone conclusion that we're going to be forced to do it anyways?
No, not necessarily. Abraxas in the
thought you were
future
saying-
offered you the opportunity to get the Divinity Leech. He never said whether you had already done that for him in the past or not, though.
Okay. I really need to stop worrying about that then.
What I would ask you guys, those of you who had said yes, the only way you know of, as of right now, to travel through time is a deal with the Demon Lord of Illusions. So when you say yes, are you considering the weight of what that might entail? Or are you perhaps very firm in the belief you would find some other way to travel through time?
For
If it
Mahari,
suited you.
for Mahari, he is specifically going off of that deal we made with Abraxas.
Okay.
Aside from that, he hasn't the foggiest idea how someone would travel through time.
Kashmi's such a passenger to her life that, like, if her life takes her in the through time, it takes her through time.
The
Like,
term consequences remains unknown to Kashmi even after 6,000 years.
Yeah.
Things
Think it
just
could
happen.
Oh.
Whee!
How about you, Amira?
Great fucking question, boss man.
And this is purely above table. This is not Ranella asking. This is a bit of my own personal curiosity. And to help us sort of better understand our characters, because that's a pretty important thing to confidently say, that you will or would not travel through time again if it suited you.
I mean, if it's, if it helps with the objective, I don't see why not.
I think Iranth says no only because she already strives to do things unregrettably. So if she has to go back in time or even forward in time, why would she be doing that if she doesn't feel some sort of obligation to right a past wrong that she had done? So it's like, why would I need to go back and fix something when I already know in my heart of hearts that I did what I was supposed to do?
I love it.
So she's a very ambitious bitch, and she does things more often than not self-servingly, but she doesn't live life with regrets.
I love Arant's conviction because I feel like it's very like polar opposites from Kashmir's conviction, and I love Arant so much.
Wonderful. Well, then the last thing I will ask, is there any further questions or topics you would like to speak with Ranella Brennan on, or are you content with how the conversation turned out?
I am.
Kashmir's got a lot of thoughts.
So many.
So many
I didn't. But put in my mouth.
Mahari does have a question for her,
Yeah.
but it can only be asked if indeed he meets her for a third time. 'Cause if he doesn't, then it's going to go out the window.
Sure. Would you mind just go ahead and sending me that question just so I can think in advance of what the answer might be?
Yes.
When you get a moment.
Has Ranella already said, "I'll help you if you help me"?
She basically said, if you do me a favor, I will help Mahari free himself from his servitude to Zon-Kuthon. She didn't
Okay,
necessarily
but
promise
it's
any other
just-
assistance to the party.
Okay.
That may be open for other dealings with her.
Okay.
Jericho, could I get her name, the spelling of her name, please?
Yes, absolutely. I'll type that up in Foundry.
I feel like Iranth would probably petition her for some help with the divinity leech. Seeing if she has any ideas on what that might be, what it maybe looks like.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain if you are looking for that which was used to steal away my mistress's divinity, you will at this point in time find it quite close to the one who stole it in the first place.
Who would do such a thing?
Abraxas, you bitch.
She's more so talking about Necressa.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that out
She's
loud. That was
implying
Nick. That was the
Necressa.
player.
The one who stole and
Oh.
used it would be the one
Oh.
who likely is closest to it at this point in time. Which,
Okay.
of course, you have not had your meeting yet with the one you are challenging. You could certainly make their location something on the table for the winner. You would, of course, have to offer something up of equal value for it to be a valid challenge, but I'm sure you have something that valuable.
Like what?
Information, items. This is a potentially life-altering piece of information. I'm sure you have something life-altering.
Cashman's gonna look super genuinely confused.
Does she pointedly look at Kashmi when she says that?
No. But that in its own right could be information. She sweeps her gaze over all of you as she says that, but any of you could freely choose to interpret she's talking about the realm warp.
Yeah.
That's absolutely what Kashmi believes.
Which also then begs the question, you received the realm warp 200 years into the future, and I don't really think you've told anyone about that.
Certainly
How does
not.
she know about
I
it?
mean, she already knows that we traveled through time, so...
True.
That's what Kashmi would love. Like, I know she's busy, but also I've never really met anybody who like understood like the complexity of the universe on a way that Kashmi understands. And so she would love to continue the conversation. Like, she has so many questions about like,
She would actually be quite open to having a lengthy discussion with you and anyone else who wanted to be a part of it about effectively what Kashmi's gone through, what she's able to do. Because, as Ranella described it, all of your actions and decisions and potential actions and decisions create alternate realities. It's, of course, well-known multiversal theory, pretty much. She's basically saying that's real, and you are looking into those potential realities. Whether or not they're real or not, she's basically saying that doesn't really matter. But you can look into them and draw power from them. So she'd be happy to chat with you about that for an extended period.
yeah, that's what Kashmi wants to do.
So, up to
think
you if the
Arianth
rest
is
of you
more
would want to
wary.
participate. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Aranth.
Yeah, I'm just saying for funny ha-has, because Arant would see her scythe arm and have war flashbacks to when Necressa almost decapitated her on Mahari's behalf.
When
I forgot that
Necressa
happened.
stole your arm.
Yeah,
Yeah, this scythe arm is taller than you are.
yeah. So
FYI.
Arant is like, she's like, wherever they're sitting, if there's like a couch or whatever, Arant is like pressed into one side, the furthest away from Ranella, and just sipping on her wine. Like, I don't want that
I'm
anywhere near
uncomfortable
me.
here.
He's like, I
I
hate
don't
it.
want that.
And not because, like, obviously Renella did anything wrong. Of course not. But because...
Oh, she's done much wrong. Let's be entirely fair.
Yeah, yeah.
To her, presently, she has not done anything wrong, okay? And she's
it's that damn
been
scythe arm.
otherwise... Yeah, it's that fucking arm. She's like, I don't
I'm still
want my
holding your
arm.
hand.
I don't want my arm to go explodey. And she kind of, like, looks at Kashmi's hand on her hand, like, why are you still touching me? But doesn't say anything.
Is it the gross hand? Or is it the good hand?
In my brain, Iran's, I think it was her left arm that got exploded, right?
It was.
Okay, in my mind, Iranth is left-handed like me, so her left side would be pressed up against the fucking couch, so it would be Iran's right hand.
That's the only reason why I'm holding your hand.
Wow. You know what? I'm tired of this slander.
I'm so sorry. I can be nice to you. I
No,
can
you
be less mean to you.
can't.
I'm
This
tired of
is
slander,
this is how we get the
Grandpa.
real final boss of this campaign. Is Kashmi
The
versus
final-
Aranth.
No, the fucking final boss of this campaign is Iranth, and she's had enough of your guys' shit.
To be fair, we would
Aranth
like
just
we
fucking loses it one day.
fair. Just
Most
so you
justified
know,
crash out.
my plan had been to give you a snack and like a little bit of flour. Well, what I really want to do is get you something really cute to wear because I talked so much shit about you being so ugly. And I would give it to you in a way that was also kind of mean. Like, I thought you would look so much better in this. But not mean, but like, I help. Because I love you.
Kashmi is a mean girl, confirmed.
Amira, come get your wife.
Okay,
Fuck,
see,
man.
that's why Amira loves Kashmi, because Kashmi is a mean girl.
And come get your fucking wife, Amira! Jesus.
Okay.
Fuck,
You also
man.
know that if somebody like side eye you wrong, like Kashmir would be right there to
Kashmir's
fucking
like
shank them.
throwing gang signs immediately.
Correct. I can be mean to you. Nobody else can fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Amira can't even fucking be mean to you. Let's be very clear.
Only Kashmir's allowed.
Cause she's mine. And
Oh.
Amira's mine.
Right.
And Mahari's mine. Nobody else is allowed to fucking be mean to you. That's why I didn't like that Syrian guy.
Well.
Wonderful. Well, we've got Kashmir seemingly potentially staying for a while to chat with Renella. Do the rest of you stay for that conversation as well, or do you go back out into the city or to do other things?
Amira will
I
hang
would-
out.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave Kashmir in there with such a person of distinguished repute.
Why not? I assure you, nothing will happen to her in my presence.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think Aranth would also hang out and
Sure.
discuss.
All right. Then as you spend the general rest of the day here, until late afternoon when Saltpeter will appear and bringing news of a meeting with Jackal to determine the stakes of the wager and set the date for the fight. That is going to be where we end off for today. Thank you all
Like and subscribe.
so much.
Yeah, like and
Fuck,
subscribe.
son of a bitch. Thank you all
Can't
so much for
restart the
playing.
recording now, bitch!
Oh, you think I won't? I'm gonna record 3 fucking hours of silence.
Oh.
That is
Wait,
where
have
we'll
you?
end off.
Of silence.
Today was supposed to be the Jackal fight, but apparently
Yeah,
that's next
sorry.
week now.
Roleplay.
But that's okay. We love it. Next week, for
Ah.
certain, a Kolo's head will roll.
One way or another.
One way
So-
or another.
I'm gonna be so mad if we have to use a time warp to save you, Mahari. So like,
Oh, I figured
I-
you guys would be pissed.
correct. That being
Uh,
said, we will do it. So could you just fucking win?
Yes,
I
I'll win.
believe you can do it. I know.
I'll win, so you don't have to use it. Jericho,
Thank you.
when it comes to the terms of the bet,
Yeah.
or not the bet, the match, to the death, we want the location of Necressa and the Divinity Leech. What Mahari's, because this is do or die for him, he's putting all his magic items, any knowledge that Jackal would want from him, his relics, everything is on the line from him. Because either
Same.
he's going to win or he's going to die.
This is my Mahari. I'm
Those
all
are
in.
effectively already typically part of the wager. Like if you're doing a death match like this, everything you own is put on the line. Whatever is wagered has to be left with the arena before the match. So, in this case, if the information about Necressa is what they're putting on the line, they would share that information with someone, guaranteed to be truth under multiple screenings.
Okay.
So that should you all win and they're dead, that information can be accurately given to you all. But also, typically, when an arena match is won, any equipment and possessions on combatants are given to the winner, or given to the winner.
Would I also get possession of his body?
The arena typically takes that away. However, if you can act quickly, you can do like what happened with Solomon in his first match in the arena, where you can absolutely start fucking with it for the little bit of time it'll take them to get the officials out on the field.
So I could make that a stipulation of the match, is that his body becomes my possession.
That would be something you could. However, again, if you're forcing him to wager his body, that means you guys are going to have to bet even more. And it has to be
Well, I
something they want. You cannot just
Okay.
arbitrarily bet. You're asking them to bet something pretty important. They're going to want you to bet something that they would consider pretty important as well.
I take it back. You can't have everything. You cannot have my wife. She is not up for bet.
Kashmir, this is a death match.
Correct, but he works for Samitu, and Samitu wants her real fucking bad, and he might fucking wager. I don't know.
But she's gonna be dead.
I mean, I know, but I'm not wagering my life.
You guys can certainly spend this next week thinking. The simplest thing you could offer that would basically guarantee would be the realm warp.
Let Symmetra know that we have a fucking realm warp?
That's a risk you would be
And
taking
Lauren's
if
gonna
you
know,
bet
and
that,
everybody's gonna fuck.
is the knowledge
Well,
of it
Yeah.
spreading.
Well, the realm warp is also the if this thing goes south, that's the redo card.
Right, we need it.
So you guys are going to have to figure out over this week, what can you possibly bet that they would be interested and care about? If you guys want to come up with things and reach out to me or put it in the general chat, I will absolutely let you know in advance so we're not spending the first bit of session debating a bunch over what would be a valuable bet with them saying no. We'll try and take care of that in advance over this next week. But
Can I ask
think
my
on that.
husband?
No. This is between you guys.
Please, sir. Can I have a prize?
Nope.
Nah.
You got yourself
Okay.
into this mess. Wallow in it.
Okay. Jericho, I sent the question to you.
I see. Well, thank you all once again so much. This is officially the end of the recording. So have a wonderful week, everyone, and I'll see you all next time.